He wasn't a stranger lurking in the shadows. He was her coach, and the most trusted man in her life. To a 13-year-old girl, he was a hero. He made her feel uniquely special. But to the outside world, he was a master manipulator, hiding in plain sight. This movie breaks down the terrifying reality of how a child can be conditioned to protect the very person who is stealing their innocence. The film opens by introducing Jennifer Fox. She is a well-known documentary filmmaker and professor. After finishing work, she receives a phone call from her mother, Nettie. Nettie explains that she recently came across an essay Jennifer wrote during her childhood. She is concerned about what it contains. She tells Jennifer she will send a copy of it, and asks her to call back once she has had time to read it. Later, as Jennifer reviews her current work, a sudden memory surfaces. An image of a man standing in the woods. At that moment, her boyfriend, Martin, walks in. He pulls her back into the present. The following day, Jennifer says goodbye to Martin. She begins reading the documents her mother sent. As she goes through the essay, the film moves back and forth between her present-day life and memories from her childhood. In the essay, young Jennifer starts by writing that she met two wonderful people. One is Mrs. G, a married woman who served as her horseback riding instructor. The other is Bill, a divorced man who trained her before she mounted the horse. Back in the present, Jennifer calls her mother. She insists that Mrs. G was a good person. Her mother disagrees. She urges her to read the final paragraph of the essay. Jennifer does so. She notices a note left by her teacher after reading the story. The note suggests that if the events described were true, both Mrs. G and Bill were exploiting Jennifer. Jennifer does not dwell on this revelation. Instead, she focuses on how nice it would be to meet Mrs. G again. Her mother, however, encourages her to confront her past. The narrative then moves fully into the past. Adult Jennifer imagines a conversation with Mrs. G. Mrs. G admits that she gave Jennifer writing lessons, not because she recognized her talent, but because Jennifer's wealthy parents paid generously. When young Jennifer first met Mrs. G, she was immediately drawn to her beauty. She admired her deeply. She even imagined that her father might fall in love with her. Later, when Jennifer visits the real Mrs. G, she is introduced to two women who were once close to her, Franny and Becky. During dinner, Jennifer becomes completely captivated by Mrs. G. She finds herself unable to look away from her. Back in the present, Jennifer meets Becky. Becky shows her a collection of old photographs she has kept over the years. However, she explains that Jennifer does not appear in any of them. Becky also recalls that Jennifer was the youngest among them and was always very quiet. Jennifer then goes to her mother's house to search for childhood photographs. As she looks through them, she is struck by how small she once was. It is something she had never really realized before. The film then returns to the past. Mrs. G introduces the group to Bill. He is a friend who will take them running every morning before their riding lessons. They begin running together, but Franny soon becomes exhausted. Seeing this, Mrs. G stays behind with Franny and Becky, leaving Bill to continue ahead alone with Jennifer. In the present, Jennifer manages to locate Franny. She leaves her a voicemail. The next day, while Jennifer is teaching a class, Franny returns her call. During their conversation, Jennifer learns that Franny still works at Mrs. G's farm. Later, Jennifer meets both women at a restaurant. Mrs. G uses the opportunity to speak about her painful past, her unhappy childhood, the loss of her son, and her husband's battle with cancer. That night, Jennifer tells her mother that she asked for a riding lesson as a way to uncover more about her past. She also reflects on how Mrs. G, once a strong and commanding woman, now appears weak and fragile. The following day, Jennifer visits again. Mrs. G gives her the horse she will ride. This triggers another memory. Jennifer recalls the day Bill first arrived at her class. A few days later, during a test, Mrs. G told her that her sister had been in an accident, forcing Jennifer to stay with her overnight. Later, Bill joins them. He encourages Jennifer to join his team in the city. He tells her he has noticed how good she is. Jennifer feels excited, but anxious about leaving the countryside. Bill reassures her, and, taking advantage of the trust he has built with her, He confesses that he is having an affair with Mrs. G. In the present, Jennifer remembers how keeping that secret felt like a sacred promise, one that made her feel special and proud. At that moment, she searches for a bundle of letters she once received. Her mother tells her where to find them. Jennifer reads one letter in which her younger self wrote about hating life at home. Her brothers constantly fought. Both her mother and grandmother were always scolding her. Mrs. G had told her that this was normal for girls her age, while Bill, whom she fondly called Nugget, encouraged her to keep running. He said it would help build her confidence. Eventually, the couple learns that Jennifer has met a boy and is very happy. Bill then advises her not to hurry through things. He reminds her that there is plenty of time to enjoy life. That day, Jennifer asked her parents for permission to go to the fair with a friend. She promised she would be home before 9 p.m. even though the boy was connected to the stables. Her parents refused to allow it. Her mother even went outside to make Jennifer say goodbye to him, for good. Later that evening, her father came into her room. After learning who the boy was, he mentioned that he played golf with the boy's father. This conversation pushed Jennifer to make an important decision. She asked Mrs. G if she could stay with her every weekend. After her lessons, they met with Bill. Jennifer shared everything that was happening with her parents. Bill told her that her parents were simply afraid of the world. He said they were unable to accept that she was growing into a woman. He said that was why he wanted to create a family with Jennifer and Mrs. G. A family built on honesty, trust, and love, where nothing was kept secret. As it was time for Jennifer to go home, Bill asked Mrs. G to leave her with him so they could continue talking. He suggested that Jennifer sleep in his son's room. He promised to take her home the next day. Mrs. G left the choice up to Jennifer. In the present, Jennifer cannot remember what she actually decided. She assumes she agreed, believing she wanted to prove how grown-up she was. However, when she reads the essay, it tells a different story, according to what she wrote. She wanted to stay with Mrs. G instead. Young Jennifer insists that not everything in the essay is accurate. She describes Bill as someone who only wanted to protect her. She asks her adult self to leave her alone. She says, "It is my life." In the past, Bill asks her to read a passage from a poetry book about liberation. He explains that it helps people discover their true selves. Noticing her shaking hands, he tells her she is cold. Though he knows she is actually nervous, she decides to call Mrs. G to come get her. But then, she tells Bill not to call. She insists that she is fine. Bill asks her to read another page while he goes to get a blanket. When he returns, he sits beside her. He says that he is cold as well. In the middle of the reading, he interrupts to compliment her. In the present, it is already morning. When Jennifer notices Martin reading her essays, she takes them away. She explains that they are about the past relationship she mentioned earlier. Martin tries to help her understand. He tells her that what she experienced was exploitation, not a genuine relationship. However, Jennifer refuses to see herself as a victim. She warns him that if he does not leave, she will. Martin agrees to go, but he says they will talk about it again after he returns from his trip. Adult Jennifer then mentally returns to the past. She speaks to Bill. She asks why he chose her, especially when Mrs. G was considered very beautiful. Bill explains that Mrs. G was emotionally distant. He claims that Jennifer represented innocence, optimism, and honesty, qualities he claims adults no longer possess. That night, Jennifer feels overwhelmed by her memories. She pauses and tries to calm herself. In the past, Bill comes to pick up Jennifer. He tells her mother that Mrs. G has been injured. Although hesitant, her mother agrees. Jennifer quickly leaves to avoid further questions. Once alone with Bill, Jennifer feels a strong sense of trust in him. She is unaware of where the situation is leading. She reaches a moment where she feels unable to object. Bill suggests they stop and continue another time. He says he wants to take things slowly until she feels comfortable. In the present, Nettie wakes Jennifer, who has fallen asleep. As they talk, Jennifer reflects. Did Mrs. G and Bill care about her only because her father was an important man? Her mother disagrees. She believes they focused on Jennifer because she was different from the others. Jennifer then recalls the day Bill picked her up. She admits she felt uneasy, which led her to tell her father. She also found it strange that Bill had given them gifts, but her father reassured her. He said he saw nothing concerning. Jennifer then remembers that Bill did not take her to Mrs. G's house. Instead, he took her to a gathering with his friends. Later, he drove her home and said goodbye. Her grandmother noticed this. She questioned her about the man, but Jennifer locked herself in her room and refused to explain. Even after her grandmother warned she would inform her parents. In the present, her mother angrily insists that she never knew any of this had happened. Jennifer believes Mrs. G is not fully to blame. She explains that she trusted Bill and may have acted out of insecurity. When her mother asks if she had feelings for Bill, Jennifer denies it. She says she was too young. She only wanted someone to make her feel valued and important. Her mother reassures her. She tells her that she had always been special to her. Jennifer also reflects on her life after Bill. She began forming connections with many different men. She explains to her mother that it was not for the reasons she assumes. It was because she did not want to repeat a life where she felt limited to a single path. Uncomfortable, Jennifer leaves the table. She researches Bill's past. She learns he was once a celebrated athlete who became a university professor. One former student recalls that many young women went unnoticed, until Bill claimed to recognize their potential. The next day, Jennifer meets an inspector. He gives her Bill's contact information. He suggests that if this happened with her, it may have happened with others. Jennifer insists it was a relationship. When Bill doesn't respond to her calls, she leaves him a voicemail. As she continues investigating, Jennifer wonders if there may have been someone even younger than her. While examining an old photo of Mrs. G, she notices a young woman hidden in the corner. Becky later tells her the girl was named Iris. She was a university student who once worked at the stables. Jennifer remembers her first writing lesson. Bill appeared and praised her. He promised opportunities if she worked harder. It left her feeling embarrassed. She tries to contact Mrs. G for Iris's number, but gets no reply. In the present, Jennifer visits Mrs. G and asks about Iris. Mrs. G confirms her identity but avoids questions about Bill. Eventually, she asks Jennifer to leave. Later, Jennifer recalls moments from the past that left her physically unwell. These were signals she didn't understand at the time. During a class, Jennifer listens as a student shares a confusing first experience. It mirrors what Jennifer hears in other interviews. Soon after, the inspector informs her of an event where Bill will appear. He reveals that Iris has been located. When Jennifer meets Iris, she learns the truth. Iris was also involved with Bill, and Mrs. G played a role in arranging those dynamics. This unlocks more suppressed memories, including a planned trip Jennifer was once meant to take with them. In the present, Martin calls. He asks to go with her to confront Bill, but Jennifer ends the call. In the past, Jennifer becomes ill again. Her mother stops her from attending the competition. It marks the moment when her body finally reacts to what her mind could not yet accept. Hours later, Jennifer wakes up feeling completely fine. She realizes her body had been warning her about something her mind refused to accept. She senses that a dream has finally shattered. She calls Bill to see if they left without her. He tells her they will wait, but Jennifer, now fully aware, says she doesn't want to see them again. Bill insists. He becomes emotional. He says he loves and needs her. But Jennifer hangs up. She then calls Mrs. G to say she will collect her horse over the weekend. Mrs. G ends the call abruptly, dismissing her. Later, adult Jennifer asks Mrs. G why she eventually left Bill. The woman admits there were many others after Jennifer, until she could no longer keep up. Jennifer says she had no one to turn to and hoped Mrs. G would save her. The response is simple: no one saved her either. In the past, Jennifer submits her essay. She lies to her teacher, claiming it was all fictional. In the present, Nettie is overwhelmed with guilt. She believes she failed to protect her daughter. Jennifer then speaks with her younger self. The girl insists it was a good experience because she received a high grade. She refuses to see herself as a victim. She claims Bill loved her and believes he is the real victim. In the present, Jennifer meets Martin. They go to find Bill. At the event, she encounters his wife And finally, she faces him. She reminds Bill of what happened between them, including moments when she was physically unwell and afraid. He tries to dismiss her. He blames her for not believing in him. Jennifer calmly reminds him that he was the adult. Overcome, she goes to the restroom. Her younger self appears beside her. In a voiceover, Jennifer once again recites her essay about meeting two wonderful people. The ending makes it clear that Jennifer has completed her journey. From denial to acceptance, the pain remains, but her understanding has changed. In the flashbacks, young Jennifer finally walks away from Bill. It symbolizes the loss of admiration that once controlled her memory. And that's where the film truly leaves us. Jennifer's story isn't just about the past. It is about the courage it takes to finally face it. By confronting the truth she once buried, she takes back the power that was taken from her. The pain may still exist, but it no longer defines her. And sometimes, that realization alone is the first real step toward healing.